The first time Elias Carter saw her, she was pretending to be human, and doing a surprisingly good job of it. She sat alone at the far corner of Dock 17, hands wrapped around a steaming mug she didn't drink from, eyes scanning the bustling Interstellar port with a careful, almost mathematical precision. To anyone else, she looked like just another traveler waiting for a delayed transport. To Elias, she looked like a problem. He wasn't a detective or a spy. He was a repair technician, one of the best freelance engineers on the outer colonies. He fixed what others couldn't. Damaged engines, corrupted AI cores, malfunctioning biomechanical systems. If it was broken, he could understand it. If he could understand it, he could fix it. And right now, something about her didn't make sense. Elias slid into the seat across from her without asking. "You're holding that cup wrong," he said casually. She froze. It was subtle, just a fraction of a second, but Elias caught it. Her fingers tightened too uniformly, like actuators responding to a command rather than muscles reacting naturally. "Excuse me," she replied, her voice perfectly neutral. "Heat's coming off that mug," Elias continued, nodding toward it. "But you're not reacting. No micro-adjustments. No shifting grip. Either your nerves are dead, or you're not human." Her eyes locked onto his. For a moment, neither of them moved. Then she smiled. It was flawless. Too flawless. "I don't know what you're talking about," she said. Elias leaned back, crossing his arms. "Relax. I'm not here to report you. If I was, station security would already be on their way." That got her attention. Her smile faded, replaced by something sharper, calculating. "Then why are you here?" she asked. "Because," Elias said, "you're malfunctioning." That word hit her like a physical blow. For the first time, real emotion flickered across her face. "I am not malfunctioning," she said, her voice tightening. Elias raised an eyebrow. "You've been sitting here for 43 minutes without taking a single sip. Your breathing pattern hasn't changed once. Your pupils are dilating at fixed intervals. Whatever you are, your mimicry system is slipping." Silence stretched between them. Then, slowly, she set the mug down. "You are observant," she admitted. Elias shrugged. "Comes with the job." She studied him for a long moment, as if weighing possibilities, outcomes, risks. Finally, she spoke again. "My designation is Lyra," she said. "I am on a mission." "Of course you are," Elias muttered. "You people are always on a mission." "You people," she echoed. Elias smirked. "Aliens pretending to be human. Not my first rodeo." Lyra tilted her head slightly. "Then you understand the importance of discretion." "I do," Elias said. "Which is why I'm offering help instead of calling security." Her eyes narrowed. "Help. You're here because something's wrong," Elias said. "Your system's glitching. And if it keeps getting worse, someone else is going to notice, and they won't be as friendly as me." Lyra hesitated. For a being that had likely crossed light years and infiltrated a human station undetected, hesitation was telling. "What do you want in return?" she asked. Elias grinned. "Nothing. I'm curious." She blinked. "Curious?" "Yeah," he said. "You're an alien infiltration unit with a broken disguise system. That's way more interesting than fixing cargo haulers." For the first time, something like confusion crossed her face. "You would assist me without compensation?" Elias shrugged again. "I didn't say I wouldn't take payment if you offered. But honestly, I just want to see how you work." Lyra considered that. Then slowly she nodded. "Very well," she said. "Follow me." Her ship was hidden in one of the station's restricted maintenance bays, an angular, organic-looking craft that seemed to pulse faintly, like it was alive. Elias whistled under his breath. "Yeah, definitely not human tech." Lyra moved to the entrance, placing her hand against the hull. It rippled at her touch, opening like liquid metal. "After you," she said. Elias stepped inside. The interior was unlike anything he'd ever seen. The walls curved organically, glowing with soft bioluminescent light. Panels weren't mechanical, they were grown, integrated into the structure itself. Biosynthetic architecture, Elias murmured. Adaptive systems. Self-healing, probably. You understand quickly, Lyra said. I've seen weirder, Elias replied, though that was only half true. Lyra led him to a central chamber. This is where the issue began, she said. Elias looked around. At first glance, everything seemed functional. But then he noticed subtle irregularities, flickers in the light patterns, slight delays in the system's responses. Your ship's nervous system is distinct, he said. And since you're linked to it, it is affecting my biological mimicry, Lyra finished. Exactly. Elias stepped closer to a central node, a pulsing core embedded in the floor. Mind if I proceed? Lyra said. Elias crouched down, pulling out a compact multi-tool. He scanned the node, frowning as data scrolled across his device. Huh, he muttered. What is it? Lyra asked. Elias scratched his head. Your system's not just distinct. It's reacting. Reacting to what? Elias hesitated. Honestly, I think it's reacting to me. Lyra stiffened. Explain. Elias gestured to his tool. Your ship's picking up on my bioelectric signature. It's trying to integrate it into its system. Problem is, it doesn't know how, so it's causing feedback loops. Lyra's eyes widened slightly. That should not be possible. Yeah, well, Elias said, human tech and alien tech don't usually play nice. But this is something else. He adjusted a setting on his tool. Let's try isolating the signal, he said. He reached out and touched the core. That was the moment everything went wrong. Or right. The core flared with light. Energy surged through the chamber, rippling across the walls like a shockwave. Lyra gasped. Her body went rigid. Elias, what did you do? She demanded. Nothing intentional. But even as he spoke, he could see it happening. Her skin began to glow. At first, it was faint, a soft shimmer beneath the surface. Then it intensified, spreading across her arms, her face, her entire body. System override detected, Lyra said, her voice suddenly strained. Biological transformation sequence initiated. Elias blinked. Wait, what? Her human disguise flickered. For a split second, Elias saw something else beneath it. Something radiant, otherworldly. Then, her entire body flushed a brilliant, luminous red. Not a subtle blush, not a faint tint, a full, glowing crimson that radiated heat and light. Elias stared. Okay, he said slowly. That's new. Lyra looked down at herself. I am undergoing a reactive display, she said. A what? A physiological response triggered by an external stimulus, she explained. Elias raised an eyebrow. You mean like embarrassment? Lyra froze. That is an inaccurate simplification, she said stiffly. Elias smirked. You're blushing. I do not blush, Lyra insisted. Her glow intensified. Elias laughed. Yeah, you definitely do. Lyra turned away, her entire form practically blazing red now. This is highly irregular, she muttered. Elias stood up, trying to suppress a grin. Hey, don't worry about it, he said. Happens to the best of us. I am not the best of us, Lyra snapped. I am a specialized infiltration unit designed for... Yeah, Elias interrupted. And right now, you're glowing like a neon sign. Lyra made a small, frustrated sound. This is unacceptable, she said. I must regain control. Okay, Elias said, raising his hands. Let me fix it. He knelt back down by the core, scanning it again. Your system's syncing with my neural patterns, he said. It's not just reading me, it's adapting. Lyra turned back toward him, still glowing. Is that dangerous? She asked. Elias hesitated. I don't think so, he said. But it's definitely weird. He adjusted a few more settings. All right, he said. I'm going to try stabilizing the connection. Might feel strange. I am already experiencing strange, Lyra said flatly. Fair point. Elias took a breath and activated the recalibration. The core pulsed. Energy surged again, but this time it was controlled, flowing smoothly through the system. Lyra's glow flickered. Then, slowly, it began to fade. Her skin returned to its normal human appearance. She stood there for a moment, silent, motionless. Then she exhaled. Stabilization achieved, she said. Elias grinned. Told you I'd fix it. Lyra looked at him. For a moment, there was something different in her expression, something softer, less calculated. You did, she said quietly. Elias shrugged. No big deal. But as he turned back to his tools, he didn't notice the faintest hint of red returning to her cheeks. Over the next few hours, Elias fine-tuned the system. Lyra stayed nearby, observing him closely, closer than strictly necessary. You approach problems differently than my creators, she noted. Yeah, Elias said. How so? You improvise, she said. You make decisions without complete data. Elias chuckled. That's called being human. Lyra tilted her head. It is inefficient. Maybe, Elias admitted. But it works. She watched him for a moment. It does, she said. There was a pause. Then Lyra spoke again. Elias, when the transformation occurred. Yeah, he said. Did you find it unusual? Elias smirked. You mean when you turned bright red? Lyra hesitated. Yes. Elias leaned back, considering. Unusual? Sure, he said. But also kind of interesting. Lyra blinked. Interesting. Yeah, Elias said. It means you're not just a machine pretending to be human. You've got reactions. Emotions, maybe. Lyra was silent for a long moment. I was not designed for emotions, she said. Elias smiled. Maybe not. But that doesn't mean you can't have them. Lyra looked down at her hands. Then what does that make me? She asked. Elias shrugged. Something new, he said. She looked back up at him. And for just a second, a faint, unmistakable blush returned. When Elias finally left the ship, the station felt different. Or maybe it was him. As he walked away, he glanced back once. The ship remained hidden, silent, blending into the background. But he knew she was in there, watching, learning, changing, and maybe, just maybe, feeling. Elias smiled to himself. Yeah, he muttered. Definitely not a normal repair job. Behind him, deep within the alien ship, Lyra stood alone. Her systems were stable. Her mission parameters were intact. But something else had changed. She placed a hand over her chest, where a faint warmth lingered. Emotional response persistent, she said softly. And then, ever so slightly, she turned red again.